millionaires are about to be made this altcoin season. So this is a huge topic of discussion that everybody's talking about. Everybody wants to see what this altcoin season is about to bring. And right now, I'm really just going to talk about why I think this is going to be the biggest altcoin season ever. And also just going to show you some of my picks here for this altcoin season. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice, but let's get straight into it. So look at what we got going on right here with Bitcoin, almost back above 100K again at about 97.9K, was just at 98K. But yeah, Bitcoin has been doing some good numbers lately. It's trying to get back to the 100K regions, but that's neither here nor there because that's not what we're focused on. We're focused on altcoin season. But one thing you got to think about is Bitcoin is a good precursor to altcoin season. So when you look at Bitcoin, this is going to tell you like how much money is going to be flowing into altcoin season. So the last major bull run that we had inside of Bitcoin was back in 2022 to 2021, right? Leaving 2021, going into 2022, and then in 2022 is really when it lost all that momentum. But look at what we got to the peak area here inside of 2022 when you think of it in the terms of market cap. 1.2 trillion dollars was the market cap, the peak inside of 2021. So that peak in 2021 was what, 1.2 million around November of 2021. Well, if you go back to that same region and you look at something like Dogecoin, around November of 2021, Dogecoin was actually fairly low, right? It was at 28 cents, and then before that, Dogecoin was all the way at a insane amount, 68 cents. But I guess that would be a bad example because Dogecoin is like, it was in a league of its own, right? But if you look around that same time, 2021, for all the other cryptos, you can also see that they're also down in that same time period. And that's because the money started to flow out the altcoins after altcoin season and it flowed back into Bitcoin. So what we're noticing here is if you look at where we were once before with Bitcoin, around this area right here, like September, August, September, this was like the altcoins best area here. And then around November, altcoins start going down, Bitcoin starts going up because the money started to flow back into Bitcoin. You can kind of see the same thing here with Ethereum. Ethereum's almost similar to Bitcoin. So around that same time when all the money started flowing out the altcoins, it started to flow into Ethereum, right? And then if you look at something like BNB, what happened around November? BNB was also, literally right next to Ethereum and Bitcoin. And as you can see, around that same time period, it hit its peak. But then when you look at stuff like Doge, again, when you look at it, like around that November time, you can see Doge was down. Like Doge already had its run. So the reason why I'm saying this is because this altcoin season, the coins that already had a nice big run up, those are probably going to be the coins that don't go up as much as the others. And this is something that you definitely want to pay attention to because there's a lot of coins that had huge run ups, right? But when you kind of think about it, they're probably not going to do as good as some of the other coins that haven't ran yet. And I want to show you Pepe. Pepe had a really big run up, right? It's still up 853% this year, 853%. That's a lot. Now, Pepe was up even more when it was at its peak, but still, regardless, it was a lot. Pepe at one point was worth 11 billion market cap. Now it's at like 4 billion market cap. I think Pepe is one of those coins that already had a huge run up, but it's probably going to keep running just because, the constant push behind it. But there's some other coins out there that had just insane run ups for no reason, like Trump coin. Like, I don't think that's going to be one of the coins that's going to be running hard inside of this altcoin season. Will it go up? Probably, but it's not going to be running hard because it just now ran really hard. And it's going to be kind of the similar thing that we see here with Dogecoin, where Dogecoin ran really huge and really hard inside its little own altcoin season. And then coming around November when Bitcoin and everything else started to go up, Dogecoin started to go down. And you kind of see this with some other coins as well. So when you go back over here for 2021 in November, Kronos was running hard, right? But Dogecoin was going down simultaneously, and other stuff like just Dogecoin was going down. And I believe we had like Shiba Inu going down and some other coins. But right now we're kind of really focused on the other coins that aren't necessarily meme coins, because meme coin season and altcoin season are kind of two different things, and you can kind of see that with Dogecoin. Like Dogecoin was benefiting off meme coin season, right? But altcoin season, it's completely different. And I know some people are probably thinking, no, it's not. It's like the same thing. No, it's definitely pretty different. All right. Around the same time, around November, when Dogecoin was going down, Shiba Inu started to take a shine, and see, like, meme coins, they just move on their own time. But Dogecoin, it was down during that time period. Now I want to kind of talk about some of the coins that you should be watching out for inside of altcoin season, because that money is going to start flowing out of Bitcoin into the altcoins. You can see 1.9 trillion right now in market cap for Bitcoin. But if you actually look at where Bitcoin just now got to in its peak, like Bitcoin just now hit some crazy numbers, like really crazy numbers. 2.1 trillion in market cap, like that's actually crazy. That's actually crazy. I think this was the highest back here. Yeah, 2.1 trillion inside of market cap. So just thinking about all that money flowing into altcoins, and I also think Bitcoin's gonna go higher. Like, this isn't the highest price that Bitcoin can go, right? Because Bitcoin has hit 108K. But think about it: if what people are thinking is gonna happen, and which is like 200K Bitcoin, if something like that happens, then we're probably gonna end up seeing like it's stupid money inside the crypto market. Like, I just kind of want to put things into perspective for you guys here. Like, if let's just go ahead and take the circulating supply of Bitcoin, right? And then let's go ahead and multiply that by $200,000. So if we multiply that by $200,000, that's 3.9 trillion inside of market cap. That's 3,964,521,200,000. So pretty much $3.96 trillion inside of market cap. When that money flows out into the altcoins and the meme coins, it's gonna go crazy. It's gonna go crazy regardless. Now I kind of want to show you guys the Bitcoin charts here, because some people are like, well, it's not gonna reach 200K this cycle. I would definitely like to say otherwise. Like, it's probably gonna end up reaching somewhere around that level, and I know a lot of people probably don't want to hear that, because they want to they want to feel right. Okay, people want to feel like they're right. But what I would say here, the next Fibonacci after we break the 120K level here, 119, 120K, that next Fibonacci retracement is going to be all the way up here at about 200K. Technically 194, 195K, somewhere around there, but pretty much 200K, right? So that's going to be that next Fibonacci. And then after that, we got 300K all the way up there. So I would even push to say like 300K Bitcoin isn't even far fetched. So that's where I get those numbers from. And like I said, 300K Bitcoin is still not far fetched. We can that I would say at the most for this run, we might see like a 300K Bitcoin, which would bring it a $5.94 trillion market cap, right? Which is definitely possible considering just looking at what the stock market is doing. Okay, a lot of movement in the stock market, like a lot of different crypto, or not cryptos, but stocks have that type of market cap. Okay, now if we're gonna think about $200,000, okay, I would like to say around 200,000, but at the most 300,000. A lot of that money is gonna flow into altcoins. So if some of that money flows into Ethereum, what do you think will happen to Ethereum? Ethereum hasn't had a proper run up since it's run inside of 2021. Because what happened for Ethereum, $4,800, that was a lot of money for Ethereum. But Ethereum did not do it this time around. It just didn't do it. It got to $4,000, but it couldn't get all the way up to 4,800. So I think Ethereum is going to be extremely high as well. I think we're even going to be pushing like $10,000 Ethereum. Like, Ethereum's going to be pushing some big numbers. So I think Ethereum's one of those coins that people probably should watch out for. Like, a $10,000 Ethereum puts it at 1.2 trillion. And it wouldn't be too far fetched to say Bitcoin at 300K being worth $5.9 trillion, or Bitcoin at 200K being worth $3.9 trillion. So I think Ethereum, it's only right that Ethereum is like right below it, because that's kind of how Ethereum does it with Bitcoin. So I think a $10,000 Ethereum is definitely possible. So Ethereum could be reaching that $1 trillion market cap. So I would definitely watch out for Ethereum. The next one, Solana. Obviously, Solana is doing extremely well. 98.6 billion inside of market cap already. I already said this before, and I'll say it again. I think Solana is going to get to $1,000+. So Solana being at $1,000 puts it at 488 billion in market cap. So I think that's possible for Solana. Solana will probably be pushing rank number 3 when we look at cryptos. We don't include Tether. We don't include USDT inside the cryptos. All right. And you're probably wondering why I kind of skipped over XRP. Well, it's XRP. That's why I skipped over XRP. All right, it's XRP. All right, I know a lot of people are probably going to see that as me hating on XRP. I really don't care for XRP, but teach his own. I don't care about it. We're just gonna skip over XRP like it doesn't even matter, like it doesn't even exist. No, I'm just playing. XRP is all right, it's decent, but I don't care about it, as you can see. But yeah, $1,000 Solana is definitely possible. In my personal opinion, I think $1,000 is possible for Solana. The last run up for Solana brought it all the way up to $293, and that was on this run that we had. So I think Solana has a lot more room to go. And with all the meme coins being created on Solana, I wouldn't even doubt that Solana could do something like $2,000. Like imagine that, 976 billion market cap. But yeah, I just want to say $1,000 though. That's what I'm betting on with Solana. Now BNB is a sleeping giant in my personal opinion because everybody's kind of forgetting about BNB and Binance coins. I'm not gonna lie, they are becoming obsolete. Like Binance projects, they're just not it anymore. They're not it like at all, and it sucks. But BNB is still tied and connected to Binance, and I think some Binance coins might try to make a comeback. So I would definitely keep your eyes on BNB, but I wouldn't be tied up on BNB. Like I wouldn't be like, all right, I'm putting all my money in BNB. Like no, like BNB is one of those coins where it could be a hit or miss because it's just not like it used to be. All the BNB projects, so many people made scam projects out of BNB projects, and now people are just kind of done with BNB because of that. BNB though, definitely $1,000. I know it might seem underwhelming because that's only 145 billion market cap, where right now it's at 90 billion market cap, so it might seem underwhelming. It already reached $788 before 2 months ago. So I think BNB still has that potential, and especially if CZ comes back. Look, if CZ comes back into the scene and he starts pushing BNB projects again, then maybe $2,000. But even that's kind of pushing it. That's kind of being a little bit too bullish because BNB, it's just people are almost seeing it as like it's obsolete. So 1,500 maybe. But yeah, BNB right now, you don't want to put all in on BNB, but I would definitely say don't count BNB out. Don't count it out. Doge, we already know Doge is going to do good. The last time it was at its peak was in 2021, and that's when Elon Musk was doing his whole Doge run, Doge to the moon, and then he pretty much crashed it by calling it a hustle on Saturday Night Live like idiot. But it is what it is. I think he I don't even know why he would call it a hustle. But yeah, he really messed it up with Doge. But Doge is definitely going to do good this year because of the Department of Government Efficiency. When all the normies start coming into the crypto market, then yeah, I just call them all normies. Like when the people that don't know nothing about crypto start coming into crypto and start talking about it, that's when you know crypto is about to take off. All right. So, like, when the people who have absolutely zero knowledge of crypto be like, "Have you just bought that dog coin?" and they call it like dog coin or Dodge coin. When you start hearing people talk like that about Doge, then you know Doge is about to pop off. Like when Donald Trump called it Dogecoin. But yeah, that's when you know it's about to pop off once people start calling it Dogecoin. Yeah, so $1 Doge, definitely easily $1 Doge. I mean, I think it's gonna get above a dollar, but it's easily going to get to a dollar because that's only 147 billion market cap. It already almost did it in 2021. I think with Doge, we could be looking at like $5 depending on how hard Elon Musk pushes this, right? So Doge $5, that's at the most.
So I'm not even saying like, oh, those are going to $5. No, I'm saying at the very most, right? So I'm giving you different predictions. I'm giving you the predictions at the most, and then I'm giving you like on average predictions. So at the most $5, but on average, I think that we could see like a $2 to $3 Doge. So that would pretty much put it around a 300 billion market cap. So I think on average, that's what we could end up seeing for Doge. All right. Next one, Cardano. Cardano is definitely going to be one of those sleeping giants as well. The last time it had a peak was in 2021 at $3. A lot of people count Cardano out because it's a boring project, as people like to call it. But Cardano is doing a lot more like outside of the crypto space as well. So Cardano is one of those coins that just has the fundamentals of something that's going to be successful. So Cardano, as you know, already reached $3. I think for Cardano, we could easily be looking at a $10 Cardano inside of the future. That would be a 359 billion market cap. So I would definitely say keep Cardano inside of your sights. Cardano is one of the ones, right? So Sui is newer than all the other ones. It reached $5.35 a month ago. I think Sui is going to do extremely well. Just a lot of projects being created on Sui. If Let's just go ahead and take the circulating supply, and the hype around Sui kind of started to it didn't start dying down already, but people are talking about it a little bit less. But let's just take right now it's at a $10 billion market cap, right? So let's just kind of throw some numbers out there, like a $10, right? That puts it at a $30 billion market cap. It already reached $5. So obviously it can reach 30 billion. It's already at 10 billion now, and it almost reached $10 already. So I think Sui, we can be looking anywhere from like $20 to $50. Some people would like to say $100 for Sui, but it's too new for all that. It's too new for all that. So me personally, that's why I'm like 20 to 50. Like at the most 50, that's 154 billion. But right now, like Sui isn't that hot right now. That's like it is hot, but like it's not at the point where it's like a Cardano. Okay, so I would say Sui, I'm looking like like $25, like $25 possibly, right? $50 at the very most, but that's pushing it. That's really pushing it. It's too new for all that. So I would like to say a $20 Sui isn't too far fetched. It already reached $5. Why not reach 20? All right. So moving on, Pepe. I don't even have to say much more about Pepe. Up 853% in the last year. Pepe, it just does stupid, dumb numbers. Okay, so I don't even have to say much about Pepe. Pepe is going to do good regardless. Okay, now Pepe, it's not going to reach $1. Let's be honest, it's not going to reach $1. I just want to show you guys, like, let's be realistic. Million, billion, trillion. Million, billion, trillion. Come on now. Pepe is not about to be $400 trillion market cap while Bitcoin is at like a 5 trillion. Come on now. Pepe is not getting to $1. Okay. And I know people are saying Pepe to $1. Pepe, like, we gotta be real. Like, you have to learn about market cap. You have to really look at it and decipher whether or not it's realistic. Does $420 trillion even exist in the whole global market? I don't think so. Not entirely, okay? But let's go ahead and be realistic here. So right now, Pepe is at 5 zeros after the decimal place and 9-7. So I will call it 5Z for 5 zeros after the decimal place 9-7. So it's at 5Z 9-7, right? If it was at 4Z 1, we would be looking at this level right here, which is pretty much where we are now, just like like 100 million more than where we are now, right? 115 million to be exact. But if we are going to say 3 zeros, then we're looking at a $42 billion Pepe. Pepe already proved that it could get to 11 billion market cap. It already did it. I think Pepe is one of those coins that's going to surprise people. I don't think it's going to be $420 billion, obviously. I don't think it's going to get that high. Not during this market, this run at least. So I think 3Z5 is 3Z2 possibly. So somewhere around that area in the 3 zeros range, right? So anywhere from the 3 zeros 1, which is about 40 billion market cap, to 305. So like what I'm saying is like anywhere between like 40 to $100 billion market cap. That's probably what we'll see for Pepe for this run. Now, Chronos, I really like Chronos, but it has not seen the light of day since 2021. So Chronos is going to be one of those ones that's been kept under behind closed doors for the last 3 years. So I feel like Chronos is going to take off when it finally gets that opportunity to run. So I think Chronos is one that you really don't want to forget about because Crypto.com's marketing scheme is literally impeccable. Like they're literally on the front page of everything. They have their own stadium. They were in the Super Bowl. Like Crypto.com, they're making sure to really put that in front of the masses because when the retail traders come in and whenever the normies come in, they are going to be buying up Chronos because they're going to be using crypto.com. So let's say a $1 Chronos, right? $1 Chronos puts it at a $27 billion market cap, right? Chronos has already reached at its peak 96 cents. So we already know it can do $1, right? Let's say $5. 136 billion inside a market cap. That's a lot. I think at the very most, Chronos could be $10 to $5. And you're seeing a common theme here of cryptos possibly being able to get above 100 billion market cap. I think it's gonna start happening. And if that is true, then 300k Bitcoin is more likely to happen than 200k Bitcoin. Because if we start seeing multiple cryptos above 100 billion, like Tether doesn't count, but we already see Ethereum above it. It's always been above it. XRP, Solana has flirted with above 100 billion for a long time. BNB has been above 100 billion. Doge is about to get above 100 billion. Cardano is definitely going to do it. We're going to see a lot of different cryptos getting above 100 billion this time around. So you're going to see some new players inside the game. Jupiter is the best exchange, the best DeFi exchange on Solana. Okay. Jupiter is the best. $2. It's the highest priced one, it's the best. But yeah, $2 right now is the peak for Jupiter, which happened last year. So I think Jupiter is one of those ones that people aren't going to really expect because people don't really look at exchange coins and take them seriously. But DeFi exchange coins should be taken seriously. So I think Jupiter over here is going to do extremely well. I would say anywhere from $5 to $10 for Jupiter. Now that puts it at like a $26 billion market cap. I don't see Jupiter being like above 100 billion this run. I just don't see it happening. But I do see Jupiter 10xing, which a 10x would be $10. It'd be like $26 billion market cap. So these cryptos that I'm showing you now are going to be all below 100 billion. All right. Jupiter is probably not reaching 100 billion, but 26 billion, yeah, that's $10. It's a 10x. It's all you really need from it. Now, Radium, it's in the same boat as Jupiter. So, what else would you expect? What else? So, anyways, Radium, as you can see here, uh, multiplied by 10. So, $10 Radium would be 2.9 billion. I think Radium could get above $10. Radium easily, I would say about $50. That puts it at a $14 billion market cap. So it would be less than Jupiter inside of, just inside a market cap. But, I think Radium could do it. Now, Orca, 120 million. Orca is like the underdog of the Solana DeFi projects. So I think it's not going to get as high as Radium and Jupiter, but it is the underdog. So it's going to do more X's, as you can say, like more than a 10x than the other ones. So I would say Orca, you could definitely bet Orca being around $50, just like Radium, but that would only put it at a $2.6 billion market cap. So if Orca really, really wants to take off, and like Orca really, and I'm saying really, really takes off because that would be absolutely crazy. Like let's say $100, right? So $100 would put Orca at a $5.3 billion market cap, which I definitely see as being possible if people start adopting the exchange Orca over like Radium and Jupiter. Like if people just see it as a good choice. Then you got stuff like Bonk. I'm just gonna fly through these last ones like Bonk. I think we could see some good numbers with Bonk, right? I think Bonk is it's not as good as Pepe in my personal opinion, but let's just say Bonk, it's not getting to $1. Like, let's be honest. I just want to I want people to be honest with themselves. Bonk at $1 puts it at million billion trillion 77.1 trillion. It's not happening. Be honest with yourself. Bonk at $1 is not happening. Okay. Now that we got that out the way, Bonk maybe 4Z5, 4Z1, somewhere around there, or three zeros. I mean, not four, but like three zeros. That'd be like a $38 billion market cap. I would say that's the most. I don't see it getting above 100 billion right now. So that's, I kind of feel the same about Dog with Hat, like 20 to 30 billion, maybe 20 billion, but it might not get all the way up to 30 billion because Dog with Hat it's kind of struggled to hold value and it's been dropping a lot. So, and it's also very, very new. So, same thing with like the Pudgy Penguins thing. Brett being the biggest meme on base, Brett is going to have a huge run. I'm gonna be completely honest. If you're really looking at meme coins, base is going to be big for you because Coinbase is the largest exchange inside the United States. And it's one of the only exchanges that are large that we can actually use in the United States outside of crypto.com. So people are going to really want to have like, a coin tied to it that they can actually get on Coinbase. So let's say $10. If Brett did $10, that's 99 billion. I don't think it's going to happen like that. I don't think Brett's going to go up to 99 billion. All right. I would say like 40, 50 billion, maybe like that. $5, 49 billion, somewhere around $5. I think Brett could do at the very most $3 on average. But yeah, you're definitely going to see big numbers with Brett. I talk about Baby Doge all the time, so I'm really not going to do too much talking on Baby Doge, because you can just watch all my other videos and you'll know exactly what I think. Baby Doge is not reaching $1. That would be 165 quadrillion market cap. It's not reaching 1 penny. It's not reaching 001. It's not reaching 0001. It's not reaching 00001, and so on and so forth. At the most, Baby Doge would have 6 zeros, right? And then that would bring it to like a $16 billion market cap. And you're probably thinking, well, why don't you think Baby Doge can get up to a $100 billion market cap like everything else? The reason why I don't think he's going to do that this run is because Baby Doge always has a very hard time holding good prices. It always pumps and then it dumps. It always pumps and then it dumps. It does it time and time again. So I think it could get to 16 billion, but I don't think it's going to be able to hold it. That's the problem. So I'm definitely in on Baby Doge right now, and I'm definitely trading it because it's very volatile, which makes it a very good coin to trade. It's just so many good trading opportunities in Baby Doge. You literally could have bought like right here, sold up here at 1800, and then popped back in down here, and then sold when it got back up to 1600. Right? Like Baby Doge is a little bit too easy to trade, and yeah, I just don't think though it's gonna do anywhere above 100 billion. Turbo, same thing with that. Turbo is kind of in the same boat. But yeah, Render obviously is going to do extremely well. Optimism is going to do good. Optimistic about that. Stacks is tied to Bitcoin, and this will be like the first run where Stacks has been like a main focus. It was kind of focused on in 2021, but it wasn't focused on as much as people are looking at it now. So it's going to do good. And then Phantom switched to Sonic. So I think we're going to see something huge for Phantom because it's Sonic now. So yeah, let's see what happens with that. I don't really have any predictions with it, unfortunately, because with it switching to Sonic, anything can happen at this point. It could die or it could survive. I don't know. I don't know. There's some people are saying $10, which is 31 billion. Yeah, watch out for it. But yeah, I wouldn't roll the dice and put everything on it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you all today. This is my picks for this altcoin season. So like I said, millionaires are going to be made this altcoin season, and these are my picks. Anyways, hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.